Welcome back to the channel, boys. Fabloonski's coming at your neck with the 6 Coyote Revenant Hunter build. With this build, it's all about ability spam. We're trying to spam our melee, spam our dodge, get our grenade to use this shatterdive, which is going to get us more ability energy back. Let's just break it down. So obviously, we're on the Revenant Hunter subclass. We got the Gambler's Dodge, so we can get our melee back whenever we dodge near enemies. And then we're using cold snap grenades this time because I feel like I never ever use these grenades, so I wanted to bust them out. Of course, we got our 2 aspects, and then we got Whisper of Refraction. Defeating slowed or frozen targets grants you class ability energy, and then increase the damage and size of the burst of stasis when you destroy a stasis crystal or defeat a frozen target. So these two work really well together because whenever I destroy a frozen target or a slow target, but mainly a frozen target because they're going to explode, and the damage of that explosion is going to be bigger and more damaging, which is going to cause more chain reactions, which is potentially going to give me more kills and get me that class ability energy back so I can dodge again and repeat the process. So your loadout can be pretty flexible here. I just happen to be running my Heritage with Reconstruction Thresh, just give me some more super energy. I have a Posterity with Reconstruction Demolitionist. This is going to make up for the fact that I have pretty low discipline, but honestly this build is more revolving around the dodge and the melee, but being able to get my grenade back is just another bonus. And then we got Lament because, well, it's Lament. It's so good. Now onto my stats. We got 104 mobility, which means my dodge is on an 11-second cooldown, but honestly I'm going to get it back faster than 11 seconds. It's crazy how fast I get it back. We got 41 resilience. We got 27 recovery, which is pretty low. I wish this was a bit higher. We got 45 discipline, 26 intellect, and then 43 strength. If I could have taken some of these strength points and put them into like recovery or maybe even discipline or something like that, that would have been perfect. Okay, let's start with the helmet. We got a hands-on mod, gain bonus super energy on melee kills. I don't have any other type of super generating mod besides this one, so this is going to help me back with getting my super back. Plus, I think I have pretty low intellect, so this is going to really help me out with that. We got shotgun ammo finder, so I can get more ammo, more ammo drops for my Heritage. And then we got quick charge. Become charged with light by rapidly defeating multiple combatants with fusion rifles or shotguns. In the lost sector, I wasn't really using my shotgun at all, but probably in a nightfall or raids or some kind of harder content than the lost sector, you're definitely going to use this a lot more. But for me, I wasn't really taking advantage of this, at least in the lost sector. I was really more focused on using my dodge and spamming my melee to get my super back. So it's honestly 2 sizes. You can use your shotguns or use your melee. On my arms, we got mobility mod. We got double focusing strike mods. Now this grants a class ability energy whenever you damage a combatant with a melee attack, and then as long as I'm defeating frozen or slow targets, I also get class ability energy back. So I can throw my melee in, dodge, get it back, throw in another one, get my dodge back just for damaging them with a melee attack. They're slowed, I also getting dodge ability, energy back, and just so on. It's a constant cycle of spamming my dodges, spamming my melees, and I love it. It feels so fun. And then we also got Protective Light. While charged with light, you gain significant damage resistance against combatants when your shields are destroyed. This effect consumes all stacks of charged with light. The more stacks you have, the longer the damage resistance lasts. I'm going to be close in quarters, getting up close using my dodge to get my melee back. So having this in my back pocket, so that way when I do lose my health, I can run to cover or maybe just keep killing them because I have damage resistance. It really saves your life in a lot of situations. Now for my chest piece, we're rocking the 6 Coyote, which is my exotic piece of choice. Now it's a pretty simple exotic perk, double dodge, you getting second dodge charge, that's it. But having 2 dodges on the hunter is so extremely powerful because you can either reload twice or get your melee back twice if you're in your enemies, if you like to play that way with ability spam. And it just opens up a whole nother level of gameplay because being able to dodge twice and this dodge slows enemies nearby. So like I said, if you have the focusing strike plus that 1 fragment that I have on, you can literally just spam your dodge ability like crazy. Now we're also rocking shotgun reserves, which will increase the amount of shotgun ammo I can carry. Now we got melee damage resistance because I'm going to be up close and personal. It's going to reduce some of that melee damage. And then we got supercharge, so now I can have 4 stacks of charge light up from 2. On my legs, we got a mobility mod, well, a minor mobility mod. Now we got sword scavenger, so whenever I do get a heavy brick, I get just a little bit more sword ammo because I don't have any type of sword ammo scavenger or anything. And then we got invigoration, reduce the cooldown of your melee attack whenever you pick up an orb of power. But the main reason we're using this mod is because of this mod right here, Powerful Friends. When you become charged with light, nearby allies also become charged with light if they are not already. But we're using this because if you have another arc mod on, you get plus 20 mobility, which is allowing me to get that 100 mobility stat. Without this, I don't think it would be possible, and this mod might be the best, or if not one of the best mods for hunters. And on my hunter cloak, we're using a mobility mod as well. Now we got double perpetuation mods, reduces class ability cooldown when using your class ability. So for simply using my dodge, I'm going to get a nice little bit of it back, and I have 2 dodges. So if I really wanted to, I can spam them back to back, get like maybe a little bit under halfway of my dodge back, and then they're also slowing enemies. I'm using my melee attack, getting my dodge back just from defeating slowed or frozen enemies. So this is just playing into the fact that, you know, I want to be able to spam my dodge ability, and this helps. Focusing strikes helps, the fragment helps, and everything. Having double dodges helps, so it's great. And then we got taking charge, become charged with light by picking up orbs of power. I'm using my Masterwork Heritage shotgun, so you know, and plus if there's teammates or anything dropping orbs of power, I can pick those up, which is going to help me a lot. And here's my hunter fashion. I like it. I came up with it right here. It looks really good. I like the fur and the shoulder pieces and stuff. It really fits the aesthetic of Europa, because you know it's a cold planet, or cold moon I guess I should say. But I really like it. Shades will be in the description below. This build might be one of the funnest builds I think I've ever made in Destiny. I love, you know, ninja, samurai, anime shit, and the fact that I can fulfill that fantasy inside of Destiny is a major thumbs up for me. Using these shurikens and using the dodge and spamming them both, and even using the grenade to some extent, really is actually really powerful, because the melee has infinite range. So even if you can't get close to them, you can throw out both your shurikens and they can freeze, or you can slow them down, which will allow you to get in closer. Use your dodge to get your melee back. Of course, in Nightfall you might have to change your playstyle a little bit. You can't play as aggressive as if you were just doing like public events, lost sectors, and so on. But I honestly think that this build is pretty good in Nightfall as well, because slowing enemies, getting your melee back is strong, right? It's strong. You can crowd control with the melee, crowd control with your dodge. The dodge just helps you get out of cover, or get in cover I should say, get you out of danger and stuff like that. So I honestly think that it'll be pretty good in Nightfall as well. Not to mention the fact that I also have protective light. So in the Nightfall, the enemies hit way harder than in the lost sector, let's say. So if I do get in close and they do happen to break my shields, I get to the red blinking flash screen or whatever. It gives me that, you know, shelter by the void. I get a major damage resistance. I can either stay fighting or go back and cover a little bit. Hopefully, you know, somehow I can get a healing rift from my warlock or something like that, and I can go back out and continue fighting. Hopefully I still have the damage resistance. I can take a little bit more damage before having to play a little bit safe again. So honestly, having that shelter by the void or the protective light mod is a huge safety net, because with this build you do kind of have to play aggressive. You're really relying on getting the dodge to get your melee back and using the shotguns. So I actually really liked it. If you like playing aggressive, this might be the build for you, and if you like hunter, I definitely recommend you try this build out. But if you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, and share. It truly helps me out a lot. You can also check out my other videos. Links are in the description below. I have a lot of crazy builds, so go ahead and check that out. And you might as well follow my social media. I have a Twitter and an Instagram, both at @fat_bloonskis. But with all that being said, deuces.